you've got a whole hydrogen economy sort of emerging. You've got the generation, electrolysis of hydrogen, use of hydrogen for energy storage, heating, steel. I mean, how big an opportunity do you see this?
Yeah, it's absolutely real. It's already included in our forecasts, and I notice many of the analysts and the commentators are now starting to include separate lines for fuel cells. We intend to hold a conference in Tokyo at the Olympics next year to actually demonstrate that it's happening. So we actually see the future for platinum in a very robust light based on the transition to a hydrogen economy. I think with the pressures on environmental cleanup and so on, there's going to be a much quicker fast tracking towards the hydrogen economy than most people imagine. Electric powertrains are the powertrains of the future.
What kind of role is there for PGMs in batteries, given that lithium-ion technology is so embedded in current forecasts?
At the moment, from a drivetrain point of view, battery electric vehicle is the only drivetrain that doesn't have any PGMs. As part of our market development effort, we have engaged with Lion batteries, and we are developing a technology that will be using PGMs in that battery technology. And it's really enhancing the lifetime of the battery and the size of the battery that ultimately is required. We all know that battery electric vehicles also has got a limit in terms of distance and the rate at which a battery can reload or distance, depending on what you want to do in terms of the offset between size and rate. PGMs will play a big role in that. So with that market development that we're doing through our IP ventures, it creates an opportunity for PGMs to play a role independent of what the drivetrain preference would be going forward.
Interesting. And on fuel cells, I just always wonder, how meaningful is it as an opportunity for platinum? Because obviously there's thrifting going on, there's efforts to reduce the amount of platinum, and there's some technologies that don't use platinum, like solid oxide fuel cells. I mean, is it really a meaningful contributor to growth going forward?
Absolutely. I think if you consider that PGM plays a role both in the electrolysis and in the stacks for hydrogen vehicle, the loadings at the moment in the fuel cell is still pretty high, and thrifting of platinum would be important, I think, for the long-term system. If you consider that if you targeted about 0.125 grams per kilowatt, it gives you an approximate, and that's at a thrifted level, about a third of an ounce for a light vehicle. And if we take up in the order of 10 million cars, that is a prediction around 2050 being hydrogen vehicles. That will, without thrifted values, be in the order of 13 million ounces. Thrifted values, at the moment, we're predicting in the order of 4 million ounces of platinum, which is a sustainable level. And that's just for your hydrogen cells. That does not consider the electrolysis, there's opportunity for PGMs in that world. It doesn't consider heavy vehicles or just the other applications like stationary electricity supply or smaller kind of applications like forklifts, which is already being used as with hydrogen supply. So we believe there's a real opportunity for hydrogen. I think it's actually a very exciting opportunity. And for that reason, we are playing a role in the development of the technology, the hydrogen truck that's under development. And we will have that on the ground by Q1 next year. And not only will that play a role for us in our journey to carbon neutrality, but it will also support the development of the technology as such. And it's scalable. It's fairly easy to scale, and within the broader Anglo-American, there is quite a bit of application for that. So if you consider both on the consumption, market development point of view, a good application for our product, and then playing a role in carbon neutrality for us.